Look who it is, the instigator of this little affair. Her mathematicalness should be a there we are. Apologies for the delay. Oh, yes. Regale us with a This must be Auntie Cleo's trademark wit. I expected better. If I was discourteous, I apologize. So long as our mediator proves up to the task. From where I'm positioned, I sense Point 1, control of the archive. Point 2, oversight of production and... Before what? I would sever my own hand before giving custody of the archive over to a corporation. Humanity... I am amenable to that proposition. Less work on our part. I'm waiting to hear an argument that would support such a ludicrous proposal. That is a compelling vision of the future. Involving money and science seems questionable. Ruth, I commend you for being so receptive. On the subject of science, it would be most... No one... Where Auntie's choice manages, the Order would undoubtedly excel. Do not exclude us from consideration merely for lack of experience. So you ramp up production? And then what? Hand skip drives out for free to whoever wants one? Preposterous! And a waste of a perfectly good monopoly. We would be diligent about who we licensed out the skip drives to. And a monopoly over space travel is precisely what I wish to avoid. This technology should benefit all humanity. That assumes... Not to worry. We can build a regulatory commission to oversee production and make sure everything is up to Auntie's choice and order standards. Although the Order would fritter away valuable time endlessly hand-wringing what to do with the technology, Auntie's choice would actually use it. For good, of course, in a gainful manner. A 50-50 split? But that's so... equal. Goodwill, if I shall... There is one final matter I wish to discuss. I require some chemicals that I have been told are manufactured at a plant on Praetor, controlled by Auntie's choice. I know which plant you're referring to, Ruth. That is, quite frankly, none of your concern. While the archive is an infinitely... Unfortunately, this headgear exacts a rather tremendous cost on the wearer. A certain panacea is needed to survive it, but I require these chemicals to finish it. Certainly. And a generous offer, but I fear you lack a certain number of qualifications. Conscience, for example. You sound... Best I'll say is today's outcome is... workable. Barely. Arriving at any arrangement even remotely equitable was as am I. Well, that'll be all. And... One moment. There are still the logistics of recapturing the... We'll, of course, provide our expert... Auntie's troopers, but it would be irrational to expect you to endanger your own life without a more specific strategy in place. First, we must more... Unfortunately, I am told you already dealt with, and perhaps at some later date, there is the Caduceus grants special access to the archive. Once it is back and until the Order may... Business is good. We have positive business. Our portfolio is diversified, but we can always do better. Give it to you straight in my quarterly underperformance review. First up, excessive corporate malfeasance. The only division that earns us less with more. Ease off the throttle, gang. Won't be any malfeasance if you don't look for it. Next is assertive arbitration. Quite the big bit. Down 14% in net gross. We've successfully co-opted yet another of our rivals. Can't believe
believe those eggheads accepted the...
That outside contractor is here.
Ah! There you are. Our fresh-faced... You've proved quite. You don't seem much put off by my appearance. Good. It is, however, something of a brand secret reserved for only the most trusted confidants. I trust this presents no concerns for you, yes? As far as what happened, I was the victim of an unfortunate industrial accident shortly after we arrived here.
Not exactly.
We've uncovered an opportunity to procure me a new, audaciously improved No, to find me the not... It make it mine.
There's a... Well...
Recipes for. We are also the only retailers for parasite.
Belt. Locked and stocked.
Ammunition depleted.
Little pick-me-up for you.
Ready to waste it.
For our beneficent leaders, your purpose here. Think of shifting to a less expensive...
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just... I'm seeing unfriendly. Let's get the diplomacy. On your toes.
Live, love, laugh, purchase, and consume with Auntie's Choice. As your peerless leader, known for her unparalleled business acumen, the occasional frivolity owner.
Soon I'll be able... You're back! Finally! Finally! Splendid! Oh, splendid! Oh, if you'll all just excuse me a moment.
There you are. Congratulations. Now your body's almost as intimidating as your mind.
Oh, Auntie, you look up.
What about you? What do you think? Any first impressions you'd like to share? What with... Yeah, I am...
Is prohibited in the Tuesday and Thursday zones? Why even have the key zones then? Oh, and sportsmanlike conduct is tolerated? Purple steerings in the seats, a rod sport without blood, sounds like red ink to Auntie. Our tossball teams play for keeps. Money is no fewer than 6 critical blood for traumas in last week's contest between the easy heat loafers and Spectrum brand bandits. I'd pit our least bankable.
fight took place here. Guessing the Protectorate War.
You're the one responsible for us working with these short-sighted consumerists, hmm? Well, better additional. It is time, yes, that we commit our forces. The predicted
Threat assessment confirmed. Got my left on an unfriendly.
Practicing some battlefield medicine.
Troublemaker approaching.
State your business.
Replenishing my...
Spy, move!
Draft is ready, and frankly, pissed off.
Vibes is ours.
Protectorate got this locked up tight, but we can unseal it somewhere by the archive's entrance, if I recall. The Protectorate have dug themselves in real good. If we approach head-on, we're signing our own death.
Not a bad start, but we should consider calling down backup, too. Many hands happy.
Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate zeal for their assigned work? Report them for mental refreshment posting.
I'm seeing unfriendly.
Trouble ahead.
Feeling distracted? Daydreaming?
I, too, would never question the paradigm. Perhaps a brief mental refreshment would put them on track.
Thoughts? Go now.
Aborting search.
Invasive elements.
Take the heat off, Commander. Got my left on an
Mess with me, you get the claw. This thing's got a mean streak.
Don't make me bury another agent. Fastest way forward.
This area's been picked over, and I bet whoever's responsible has our missing.
Huh. Well, that wire ain't at all inconspicuous. I say we follow it.
Wait a
Take him off.
Landed on a hostile planet day 30. Oh. Were you left behind? Why, after only just 2 weeks on my own, ascertain. Likely I have. Was there a big console that looked like somebody just unceremoniously... The law... I'm fixing to take down one of the local ursopods. A few spracked corpses. As much as I appreciate the compliment, such work is beneath the... Here. Drop back...
Under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the superior.
Let's get him over with. Troublemaker
Both our
approaching.
forces and antis await your command to proceed. Executing primary operation, now!
Reinforcements incoming. Finally. I was getting tired of doing everything around here.
Commander, watch. Give the order, and I'll take care of him, Commander. Let's dismiss with the how do you do.
Set progress.
Talk about a feat in industrial engineering. The scale alone. Stick close, Commander. Wouldn't want you wandering off and getting lost.
Heard something. Is that what I think it is?
Caduceus not detected. Entry kindly, yet firmly declined.
What was in those rations? Oh, nodding. Oh, will this gastric nightmare never cease? Oh.
Pardon us if we don't shake hands later.
I am the arch... I still have trouble saying that. I would pass the Caduceus on to you in exchange for granting me safe passage. The Archive would then recognize you as its operator. Here, you are now operator of the Archive. Congratulations. Be warned, you may find it a temperamental machine. Some maintenance may be required.
Caduceus detected. Alternative operator postulated.
Is there a
Concluded.
curativist
On maximum
house?
placement.
I feel
Reading
rather
sent.
woogly.
Welcome to the IMUN. With the aid of my operator, I, a non-sentient inorganism, effect my optimize and match to it.
A little percussive maintenance might...
How may I best facilitate your efforts? Perusing content. And information with the potential to... What is the aim of your query? The
25.7 years, and any job over 2 decades.
Calculator. In order to improve calculatory processing, I am cold...
Why is that optional? Our continued existence should be apparent.
Return later to discuss the remaining subsystem work. And soon, the sum total of all our accumulated knowledge yet, with their...
Somehow I don't think the Order will approve of our letting the Archive fall deeper into...
Attempts by non-order operators to... the sum total of all our...
Falling prey to him.
Hold fire! This one looks friendly. Or not protectorate, at least. Watch yourself.
Let me know when you need a Let's run! Take him out!
Got my lab going up.
Ready to waste him. On your command.
Calcaduceus detected. You are clear to enter thermal transfer. Be advised that an anti-choice field manager is present.
Fastest way forward is through!
Hostiles bumping.
Toxin load. Let's get the signal. This auxiliary pump, better days. Let's get them over with. Let's skip the diplomacy. Let me know when you need a distraction. We're gonna need a fuse to activate this. Could find it nearby if we're lucky.
Let's get him over! I'm seeing us friendly storm!
My aftermarket parts are trash.
That should do it. All that's left now is to activate the system.
Thermal transfer is fully operational. Later, when I process your data, I will not melt down. Please proceed to cold storage to re-enable punch card retrieval.
you kidding? If you ain't cutthroat enough to turn the big problem, you ain't cutthroat enough to try anything on me. I don't care what you threaten me with. Not only am I smart for taking these supplies, but
is the perfect time for aggressive capitalists. Buy cheap, hold long, and sell hot. I'm the one who taught you those damn laws, and I hardly imagine she meant to apply them when it is literally a matter of our...
Whoa, who are you? How'd you get past the landmines?
I mean, yeah, I ever...
You're only...
Why would I be? Once I cram your cold body into a vacuum tube, I'm taking all your stuff. I think...
But
I get...
Hey, take him out!
Well, thank you for your help. Or for letting me solve this. Honestly, I'm not sure. Well...
Bodies up ahead. Suggest we take a moment before running in and joining them. I'm damn glad we could get Auntie's choice in the order to make peace. Reckon this news will give the... Anyhow, was there something you needed, Commander? How personal are we talking? I expect see, our onboarders promised that if we spend a week. I don't know if I would have made it out alive with better than I'd feared. Only had to bury 2. He kept me clear-headed. Ortiz told it was a rough few nights at first, knowing I couldn't.
I'll admit, the coup caught me on the back foot. Always figured the console for a power snatcher, but I'd never put bits down on him betraying the Sovereign. Just think about all those posters of the pair of them that'll have to change now. A real crying shame. I'd say it's about as likely as a sprat. The Sovereign's misfortune is our gain, as far as I'm concerned. The console might be projecting strength, but by my reckon, Protectorate's more unstable now than...
Ready to waste. On your command.
Without complete.
Ain't much of a defense for a strategic position like this one.
To retrieve key data in cold storage in its present state requires a series of manual overrides. The first will enable identification of the storage possible information.
If you encounter opposition, remember, our needs come first.
Huh. These ones didn't die of exposure. It was rapid onset, this freezing. You think the Protectorate got a weapon that can do this?
Please do leave me in peace. There is nothing you could say that is interesting enough to interrupt my work.
Data brick identified. Proceed to the cartridge extractor controls. There, perform a manual override to allow extraction.
What in the name of the... We've been trying to restore these systems for weeks to no avail, and yet, what did you do? What does it do? How does it work? Please, tell me everything. Could it activate any additional functionality that could help us? Oh, for a moment. Perhaps. How much do you know about cellular biology and the inverse hydrophilic transitionary replacement theory? I wonder if there's...
Troublemaker approaching. Check.
Would be a damn sight easier if we could just blast our way through this place.
Prudence dictates we rout all disruptive Never more content, never more content.
Out, spot.
I'd appreciate if you cleared out. Don't like the sound of that at all.
Initiated. Proceed to the rail operations platform to reposition brick for export. Note, Protectorate troops have become alerted.
Uncover expungers. Go through.
Troublemaker approaching.
Guns cocked and loaded.
sir.
Ready to take the heat off, Commander. Let's say which.
I'm seeing unfriendly soup.
Worth a look-see, I guess. Huh? Investigate!
Data brick now in position for export to the archive. Initialize the final transfer command at the data gateway station nearby.
You are one step closer to providing Arcadia with untold business opportunities.
Convenient. Let's head over.
Disturbance detected! Step down! Paradigm predicted.
Loading anew.
The storage brick is on its way.
This case sees all. Worry fast.
Look at us. You court slow, Commander.
Ostensibly.
Can you imagine what it must have taken to build something like the archive?
Raw material for perfection. From the raw to the most exalted.
Quality craftsmanship here. What do you think?
Closing in.
Junior Seer Amaryllis awaits you inside.
Felicitations on securing the archive. Though such an outcome was all but inevitable, The plan truly is unfailing. Moving forward, I'll function as your liaison for both Auntie's Choice and the Order. In the meantime, restoring the archive to full functionality remains wonderful. Were we to operate the archive without proper heat distribution, the results would be disaster. Punch processing and reactor control have hidden caches with useful items as well. Although, simply use this phrase in the terminal on the archive's top floor. Enumerative exaltation. That will unseal...
Cold storage is operational, and your efforts there are satisfactorily complete. I am unsealing access to the archive's upper levels. There, you will need to revitalize the reactor and disseminate the rift process.
Punch processing may require...
I have unlocked another display case in the central entranceway.
Let's hit up the reactor next. I've got to see the hard disk first.
What are they doing down there? Are they after us next? You don't need to fret. The lifts were locked down. You need special permissions to override them. Phew. Thank the Sovereign. Console. Thank the console. Help you?
Not so bad.
The archive reactor requires manual maintenance. The protectorate bunker mech is a formidable obstacle, made with the very best technology.
A creative workaround might be of considerable worth, namely via the reactor's backup security systems.
Let's see. We could recalibrate the turrets or seal the reinforcement doors. Whatever keeps us alive is fine by me.
Not a bad idea to take advantage of the supply caches needed, if you're needful. Oh, and there's also the fire suppression system from cold storage. All depends on what you've got in mind.
Don't reckon this bunker mech will kindly invite us in.
Got company. Hostile spot!
Prudence dictates imperfection is
Hostile ahead. What's the play? Troublemaker approaching.
Symmetry.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just leave with.
All invasive elements.
The Archive reactor has been returned to operational status. All that remains is to re-enable punch processing and disseminate the RIP processing instructions.
Ready to waste it. On your command.
Let's just influences.
Check enemy light just turned.
Give the order and I'll take care of them.
Hostile spot!
With punch card processing re-enabled, now you must disperse the RIP processing instructions.
Hitching a ride's likely the easiest way down. At least I can't think of a faster. survive.
Let's get them over with! Guns cocked and loaded. Just get the signal.
This has obviously come apart since the war. Watch yourself.
Let me know when you needed us.
Ah, I sense the Rift program flowing through my subsystems. The information is quite stimulating. Requisite tasks complete. Return to the Archive Central Interface to initiate processing. I am analyzing the Rift data further.
Fastest way forward is through!
Yeah.
Reactor reinforcement door sealed.
No amount of vigilance is overzealous.
Bring my weapon!
Give the order, and I'll take care of him, Commander.
Forever vigilant. My vexation grows as this drags on. Their location at... Oh, there.
Welcome back, Cindy. Now that you've returned, we can
Bring every single last bit out of consumers. Monopolize all...
Make the paradigm real.
workarounds.
Until we sort out these shifting priorities, the archive's about as useful as a box of rocks.
My priorities parallel those.
Bankrupt our rivals and force them to buy all manner of necessities from us.
Eventually, yes. In the middle, priority control access Nuggets.
Think that's our cue to go inside.
Multitude diversiform, spongiform, waveforms, oscillating, cantankerously. A perfect community. With every luxury, save freedom. Unplanned variables increasing. Major correction imminent. Overt influence. Mindless indulgence. Thoroughgoing impermeability to ongoing vicissitudes. Foster dependence. Denounce interdependence. Promote the informer. Condemn the questioner. Benevolent oversight. The dream of belonging. The allure of security and plenty. Foster dependence. Denounce interdependence. Promote the Hold on now. Remember, I am a full-service business collaborator. I do it all. Marketing and PR strategy, advert copy, and jingles. Stop now, and I'll waive dozens of hidden maintenance fees. Think of all the bits we could make together. You drive a hard bargain. All right, 40-60 split of net profits. I'd offer more, but I have a mood to maintain. Stop and consider. What would your neighbors think? I suspect they'd be angry about you endangering your mutually assured means of success. Why? You don't want your rivals to win now, do you? Collective goodwill is just an invitation for others to come eat your lunch. Folks tend to get vandalism, sabotage, wanton defacement. Halt this foolishness immediately, or run the risk of unspeakable ire. All I ever wanted was the best for us and the worst for everybody else. Is that really so bad?
Really hope we didn't just break it.
Restoring power. Commencing systems audit. Calculatory processing increased substantially. Competing priorities. Successfully expunged. You have earned my deepest gratitude and sincerest thanks. Or at least, a plausibly feigned simulacrum of such emotions. Ready to commence Rift data processing. Awaiting your input.
Now we can finally process this RIP data and see what we can do.
Shall I proceed? Rift data processing complete. Results provided. The previous Protectorate operator made similar calculations, but their results contained flaws. The Protectorate's was below, assuming there is nothing else. The remaining...
Unless you're eager to explore more of Cloister, we should head back to the ship. See where the data leads.
Good.
I think congratulations are in order. Unless I'm mistaken, I gather you've accomplished your primary goal. On behalf of the Order and Auntie's Choice, I thank you for your efforts. This will most certainly help in ensuring peace. Now, the Calcaduceus, if you please. Thank you for your contribution to science. When the history texts are written, you've certainly secured an honorable mention in Appendix B.
Ah, you are my new operator. I could then...
Yes, this will do perfectly. Go forth as was determined, and may the plan guide you.
You fixed the archive and turned it over? No tricks? You worked for us? I'm not sure you get promoted or demoted from that.
Yes, the archive is the Order's greatest achievement to date. I agree. Archives could accomplish
They actually did what they said they would. No deception, no surprises.
forth as was determined.
Benevolent oversight. The dream of belonging. The lure of security and
Hold on now. Remember, I am a full-service business collaborator. I do it all.
What? Stop and consider. What would your name...
Stop now, and I'll waive dozens of hidden maintenance fees. Think of all the big...
Why? You don't want your rivals to win now, do you?
You drive a hard bargain. All right, 40-60 split of net profits. I'd offer more, but I have a...
Vandalism, sabotage, wanton defacement. Halt this foolishness immediately. All right. Restoring power. Commencing systems audit. Calculatory processing increased substantially. Competing priorities. Successfully expunged. You have earned my deepest gratitude and sincerest thanks. Or at least, a plausibly faint simulacrum of such emotions. Ready to commence Rift data processing. Awaiting your input.
Hope Ueniac is feeling...
Shall I proceed? Rift
Unless you're eager to explore more of Cloyster.
I think congratulations are in order. On behalf of the Order and Auntie's Choice, I thank you for your efforts. This will most certainly help in ensuring peace. You agreed to turn over the relic after processing your data. Are you indicating you now intend to thank you for your contribution to science? When they... Yes, this will go forth as was determined, and may the plan go.
You fixed the archive and turned it over?
Yes, the archive is the Order's greatest achievement to date.
They actually did what they said they would. No deception, no surprises.
Be the statistical exception to the natural state of entropy in the universe.
Congratulations are in order. I just received word from Seer Amaryllis that the Caduceus has been returned, and that the archive is well and truly under... She also mentioned a regrettable defect in its priority set that you were able to correct. Well done. Your role in this matter is complete. Auntie and I will handle it from here. But allow me to commend you again on your fruitful efforts to make this peace treaty possible. We studied the data you brought back from the crashed satellite, and we now have a way to reorient the satellites en masse from turning the entirety of the Order, in partnership with Auntie's Choice, is now well positioned to... Then it is fortunate that you are so well placed to do exactly that. Your contributions have been meant when the final contest with the Protector...
I believe our group's combined efforts are in direct accordance with the plan.
People are gonna start to talk. And I...
Commander, this unit requests your presence in the cockpit.
I've had some time to cogitate over what occurred at Point Obviation. Some parts don't sit right with... A bit, yes, and yet, such actions were par for the course for me in the past. Southworth was complicit, yes. Well, one hopes. According to Anais, we greatly... She seemed pleased that we listened to her concerns, so it's been a... I'm appreciative.
A significant anomaly has been detected by onboard sensor. Horizon Point Station has reappeared. Present data does not indicate if Horizon Point poses an immediate threat. However, before navigating, that is, Auntie's Choice and the Order have sent... It appears Horizon Point in order to modify it with the Rift data, the energy
A would-be tyrant doing something tyrannical. Who could have seen this coming?
The Consul's motives are unknown. Well, it's... I want their...
You know how some creatures can smell danger? I think I might have absorbed some of that. Watch those troops carefully.
There she is. Providence. I'd have sacrificed pay to build a ship like that back on Triangular.
I'm seeing unfriendly shore.
Being back here feels like straying into a dream. The bad kind.
You need anyone to pinch you? You just let me know. You ain't alone in this.
Aggressors in range.
Let me know when you need a distraction. On your command, Sergeant.
Troublemaker approaching.
Guns cocked and loaded. Just give the signal.
As if the rip's not hair-raising enough. Something about those soldiers up ahead's got my spine tingling.
That must be the Providence. Were it in other hands, I can imagine the real good it could do.
Ready to waste it. On your command.
Smelled good, didn't it? Ain't nobody that deserves this. You know, if the lives and deaths of millions weren't in the balance, this would make a fine agility course. But the rift module...
Troublemaker approaching. Spy move!
This station's a never-ending mess. Good thing we've got our own rift model to help us navigate.
Attention! This is your Auntie calling. Per our agreement, Auntie's choice support ships, including the fine print, the contingency plan, and the upper hand, are headed your way. Order forces are on a similar trajectory.
Timing couldn't be better. Not sure I trust our shield for holding against that plasma. Let's find another way around. Thought my plasma shower days were behind me when I was triangle.
bad company.
Formerly of the Earth Directorate. Consider this a recording for posterity. The Consul of the Protectorate is responsible for the twisted wreckage of this station. It is my hope that whatever you find here will save the rest of the galaxy from this fate. Know that I did my level best to stop him. But if you are listening, it is likely I have failed in my mission. Yet again. For that, I am sorry.
Ready to waste on your command. Invasive elements! System abides! Let me know when you need a distraction.
Medics and pharmaceutical provisions incoming. We're right behind them with a delivery of Auntie's Choice fungus supplies. You'll say, that is better than nature.
Forward! Forward! Destroy these abominations! Adjusting calculations. Trouble ahead.
Exposure.
Ready to waste on your command.
Why did you make me do this?
Exposure.
Why?
Listen. Helen? No. No, it couldn't.
Get away from me. See them?
Helen?
Wait. Rookie? Commander? Is that you? No,
Oh, Helen. That's awful.
How do I know you won't turn against me as well?
We'd like to...
You never...
She was...
Wait, don't tell me the situation got...
Certainly not. I was focused on the objective, as every one of your crew should have been. Isn't that right, Commander?
Yeah. Something tells me that ain't quite true. Rift. That's right.
It's called reconstitution. The Protectorate are trying to put the whole station...
So I've come back from you. You can help me, though. Right, Commander? You can do something to fix this. Boyd. This is it, ain't it? I'll never makes two of us. But maybe you could do me one final favor. I'm
glad we could do you this one last kindness.
always...
Pascal? Helen?
That'd be nice.
It's all right. This will be over soon. I swear it. It's all...
I'll just wait here, Commander. Go on.
These soldiers look even more hideous than our crafting experiments.
All clear. You may approach, Commander. We've got supplies at the ready.
Initial observations conclude that the Just as I predicted. You appear to have suffered some trauma. Any treatments or supplies you may require. Very well. Initial observations conclude that the subject does not possess Initial observations conclude that the subject does not possess major ailments.
Oh,
Initial observations conclude that the subject does not possess major ailments. Observations conclude that the subject does not possess major ailments.
Greetings! In what particular way? I say usually because Auntie has to... No catch. Well, it's all, technic... Oh, well, go ahead and take any supplies you'll... Greetings! In what particular way are you afflicted?
Well, ship doesn't look at all intimidating up close. So, I got my questions about that rover they're sending down.
Can't the rift ever reconstitute anything nice?
Who introduced the flaw into our perfect...
Got my lamps on an upfront. He shall be avenged!
Exposure.
It'll take some doing to get past it. We ought to have a look around.
This is Scientist Bernard.
Don't look at me. Numbers ain't in my purview.
Oh, was that all we needed? Best to get this equation inputted as soon as possible.
Can't hear orders. What is
best? Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
This is the Sovereign's office, ain't it? It reeks of overcompensating.
Ain't sure I'd want DeVries at my deathbed, but I suppose it's better than dying alone. Barely. All right.
Wow. And this fool had people hanging on his every word? My vision was starting to swim for a moment there.
approaching.
Let's get him over with.
It was easier than I expected. Now, let's find a way to unseal the hangar before we're noticed.
Attention, crew deck. Intruder alert. Be vigilant.
Well, glad you finally jimmied that open. Things are getting appreciably worse out there. We're running out of time. The presiding bishop wished for me to relay a message to you. Why she couldn't send her own courier, The rift modulator is on the... That means, of course, you'll either need to pilfer... Well, I shouldn't know. Perhaps search the pockets of those you've killed. Any more troops in here, they will...
This unit, please make a request.
Taking a few courts slow, Commander.
If you experience, how might this unit bolster or reduce? Please keep any. How might this unit bolster? Note.
You know, I'd really rather not deal with any of that. Can we try the elevator?
What's going on down there, Deck 01? I saw an intruder alert. This now. How can I... If you misplaced your access card, Sovereign help you, because I surely cannot.
We made it. I was expecting a wall of swinging axes and maybe a punch to the face to top it all off.
Attention.
Reckon we could look for those access credentials if you wanted to avoid a fight. Sneaking around's always an option too. Anyway, the modulator has got to be on this deck. We should poke around, but quiet and see what information we can uncover.
Did you not hear the intruder alert from the crew? You'd best present a very convincing reason for your presence, lest I order our automechs to... Oh, you should share your progress with Chief Scientist Mons... It's... Montserrat asserts that this is not...
Oh, look at the size of that thing. No way we're getting the modulator on the ship. Best we can hope is to get closer and learn more about it.
Unit presently scheduled for rest period. Never.
I received word that you were here. What exactly was it that you needed? Yeah, well, we all have urgent needs. And mine is to keep my lab and hopefully the IR's wrought further, which is distressing. I prepared. Yes, but as I said, I fear the report. It's clear you here. I hope you're able to sway him. Because if you don't, the deck up.
Accessing report. Rift restoration analysis.
Esteemed Council, after much analysis, my conclusion is that the modulator we have worked tirelessly to build will not function as intended when used for reconstituting matter from rifts. Every test of reconstitution has resulted in demonstrable failure. Proceeding as we are now with Horizon Point Station will surely lead to severe, unanticipated consequences. The modulator is only effective at closing rifts from unsafe distances. Using it to close exacerbated rifts will certainly lead to the destruction of any vessel carrying it. Unfortunately, the data that we originally had hoped for from the ancient rifts detected in the far reaches of space untouched by humanity has not yielded any of its secrets. And we are now out of time. I've included extensive notes and annotations.
This can't be right. If skip drives are causing the rifts, why are they showing them past the frontiers of known space? It's tougher, all right, but we'll have to worry about it later. Right now, we should concentrate on finding the console.
at you, here before me. Surprised you could outrun these new legs of mine. They're what everyone's going to be wearing next. So Consul Thoreau has everything. Did you find anything else of note? Wait, what? But rifts are caused by... You might be savvy enough to talk him down, but his type requires a deft touch. You'll need to break him down brick by... Well,
ain't it... The more... And if you...
Never would I ever have believed Auntie Cleo herself would walk through that door.
Do I appear like someone afraid?
On the contrary, this desperate action is what will save all of Arcadia and rid it forever of trespassers like you. Do not play, and what am I to do but carry on his legacy? What am I to do but achieve what he could not? Yeah, you are a relic of an impotent institution, propelled forward by nothing more than luck and fool. Oh, tell me.
You used the peace talks as a test run for this.
I was able to buy the time to enact the very plan before you. Though, judging from that vacant expression on your face, very well. When the matriarch discovered the first skip drive, she set us on a course to elevate humanity. We're now writing our path, and I will do my part as the architect intended. Rip, and she, but it is as the grand architect designed. And it's better yet, tell the whole room how his, you will not distract me from taking what is owed to us. I will not be, certainly if you had your way, you would claim Arcadia. Harris.
I found her correspondence.
It is humbling. And it appeared, yeah, but you came here claiming so boldly that I would fail. Bah, a report. The abstract means little when... That's not true! Despite how things appear at present, so they will remain... Or this is merely a conspiracy, and leave the traitors and invaders alive. Clay, it is better that we perish together, as proud protectorate. Proud arc...
Troublemaker approaching.
Seems all my considerable efforts here have been ills.
No.
Oh, brighten up, everyone. Not all of us need go, but, someone present. Yes, when I said we, I didn't mean the royal we, you understand. The Order and I will use the schematics and the processed rift data to...
I don't like where this is headed.
Well, now, and avoid...
Typical. Us being left whole.
No need to belabor this. I will fly the ship.
Back on Greater Tranquility, you wish to give me a chance.
Our damnation and salvation all in one. I'll never understand you, Augustine, but in spite of everything, I wouldn't take back our having met.
One who chooses not to die needlessly.
I'd say Augustine's got this covered, but I've made that mistake before. It's been a privilege serving with you, Commander.
Don't read so much. Salvation awaits, Commander. I'm itching to reach it.
And so, in the end, the commanders sacrificed themselves to save the galaxy. No one knew their motives or thoughts in those final moments, though legends grew around this mythical agent of the Earth Directorate all the same. Augustine de Vries went along, knowing nothing would make up for her actions. But at least she'd not have to live with her guilt any longer. Thanks to the commander's quick thinking in sparing it from the Vox station's fiery crash, Paradise Island's Fairfield remained a profitable company town for Auntie's Choice. For his outside-the-box thinking and innovative propaganda techniques, D.B. Milverstreet was promoted, while rival Officer Carr seethed at her lack of upward mobility, or even bronze-tier executive benefits. Vigilant Hogarth, now acclimated to Fairfield, leaned on the protectorate ideals of neighborliness, while overlooking all the authoritarian tactics, so he might help the Order to succeed with the equation. Auntie's Choice assumed control over the day-to-day workings of Matriarch's Mercy, the better to monitor their new colleagues in the Order. The monastery, however, returned to normal operation, tracking the clockwork of the grand plan. The monastery's abbot became a scapegoat for recent tragic events, having not detected Wiley's dastardly schemes. His superiors demoted him, mainly to show their corporatist allies that academics could keep their people in line too. Seer Wiley fled the Order and sought refuge in a backwater Arcadian town to contemplate his failings. As word of the ex-seer's arrival spread, people lined up for predictions. Forsaking the math that failed him, he offered obvious yet effective advice instead. Val continued to serve the Earth Directorate faithfully for many more years than should be possible, giving automechs like her everywhere a reputation as stable and reliable. As a result, more Valerie units were put into service, while fewer human agents were deployed into the field. As he rose through the Earth Directorate ranks, Niles pressed for a field directive to deploy the new Val units only when the situation posed significant risk. The policy reduced agent casualties by a significant margin. Oddly enough, in-office deaths increased by a not insignificant margin. Agent Niles Ibarra achieved the rank of commander, earning renown as a formidable agent, unafraid to challenge the status quo within the Earth Directorate. He recruited his friend Zebulon Tran to the Earth Directorate, a gesture of gratitude for not airing the Directorate's dirty laundry. Together, they vowed to reform the agency from within, so it might never again bargain with authoritarian governments. Ultimately, Niles rose to the position of Secretary General. His term saw the Earth Directorate at its most popular, or, in the eyes of corporations and tyrannical governments, most feared. Following Inez's humiliation of Auntie's Choice VP Willard Conan, the grafting program was shuttered forever. Inez ensured that all surviving grafted soldiers received full medical treatment and were compensated for their suffering. Those who died from the experiments were honored. Utilizing what he learned alongside the commander, Tristan attempted to reform Protectorate society from within. But with no authority figure to lead its subjects, the Protectorate was a shell of its former self. After thoughtful cogitation and calculation, Marisol slowly began to reject violence as the sole method for eliminating random variables. Not coincidentally, her social calendar began filling up. Asa finally achieved her dream of dying in a rift. All it took was a daring and blood-soaked heist of a modulator to create a rift that she then summarily leapt into. Thus Asa remained a fanatical member of the Glorious Dawn, spreading the truth of the rifts to her final agonized breath. With the modulator schematics shared as joint intellectual property, Auntie's Choice and the Order's partnership remained steady, despite the need for constant compromise. For a time, the Arcadia colony thrived. Auntie Cleo went through the motions of accommodating the Order, yet privately aspired to keep free trade anything but free. She began a new initiative. Any corporation or government that refused her trade conditions was promptly dealt with, either via takeover or strategic use of rifts. Auntie made her first public appearance in years, inspiring a fashion trend in bubble helmets. In no time at all, she won more public support than Ruth, which she sought to use as leverage when the time was right. The water drugging program, effective for improving focus and assisting scientific breakthroughs, held great potential assisting the Order's pursuit of solving the equation. That is, if the drugs were used in moderation. Adrift without firm leadership, Protectorate subjects struggled with post-war life. A small band of hardliners collaborated to preserve their society in the face of Arcadia's new leadership. When Sovereign Varric was discovered in mental refreshment, the Order and Auntie's Choice bickered over what to do with him. They ultimately decided to announce his death, while letting him live the rest of his addled days behind closed doors aboard the undisputed claim. Until one day, Amos stumbled upon the Sovereign's private quarters and freed him, rocking the colony with a brief scandal. Despite the recent tumultuous events in Arcadia, it was business as usual for Free Market Station. Sub Rosa continued to supply the colony in the wake of the commander's actions. Unable to die in their sacred rift after it was closed, the Glorious Dawn heeded a new calling, seeking the modulators needed to create new rifts, so that they could die in those instead. The rift compromise between the Order and Auntie's Choice led to prioritized assistance for the colonies that agreed to favorable trading terms. The so-called Auntie's Loyalty Program tripled the corporation's net worth. Meanwhile, the Order was able to sermonize their version of scientism alongside Auntie's marketing and PR onslaught, at least to colonies in Auntie's Loyalty Program. Many outside died because their rifts weren't closed in time. All of these events turned on the decisive actions of the Earth Directorate agent and their unique way of navigating Arcadia, its disparate factions, social complexities, ubiquitous product placement, and arsenal of absurdly satisfying weaponry. But through it all, and to this day, Earth has remained inexplicably dark.
Hey, congrats on reaching the ending. Well, an ending. Plenty more where that came from. How about another go? Additional playthroughs don't cost nothing. Yet.